see. All right, yeah. All right, so we're missing one person because I just started the broadcast here. If she shows up later on, awesome. If not, then she'll get whatever it is.
Okay.
So all we're doing today is kind of going over the project, right, and just kind of figuring out how we want to divide this up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So does everyone have the project opened up? It's a little bit hard to hear with all the background noise, so let's do, like, if you're not talking, maybe mute if there's a lot going on in the background.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. All right, just so you guys can hear. I mean, I don't want to be the only one talking, of course, but just so we can hear each other, and then I'll mute when I'm done talking here. So I guess we're just getting the project opened, right? And we're just kind of going over how we want to divide this up. Since not everyone's here, maybe we can just kind of get the general stuff done and then kind of go on from there. So just the project, right?
Yeah.
That's what I.
All right, sweet. So I pulled up, I was just kind of looking. I wasn't trying to find like a project that was already done or anything like that, but I found a link that was kind of going over it because he didn't really give us a solid format to kind of go over. So let me see if I can share my screen here and I can kind of show it to you guys.
Yeah, it would be perfect.
Let me see. Share. Okay. Underline. I don't even know how to share to everyone. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, and it's just, all right, cool. It doesn't have all that stuff. So this is kind of what I saw as, this is like the template that I saw online. It doesn't follow exactly what the professor was talking about. There's like 2 points, like the qualitative research report and the quantitative research report. And, you know, other, like those 2 parts aren't there, but we're doing market segmentation and target market selection. And we're doing the SWOT analysis, and we're doing the executive summary form. So just kind of seeing this here kind of like gave me an idea of how this was going to kind of lay out. So this is just an example. This is not their work or anything like that, because they're putting an example here. We're doing McDonald's anyway, so it's going to be completely different. But this is kind of how they went through it. So I'm just going to go through it slowly here. So if someone wants to pause it later on, they can kind of look at it. And all I did was look up B-341 research project, and this is one of the ones that came up. So it's really just easy to find.
All right.
So I guess this is kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to stop sharing here. I think that's kind of what we're doing. So I guess I don't know. I think we're just kind of dividing up kind of the assignments that we want to take. And I guess, I mean, 2 of the guys that have that are in our group, I think I actually don't know if they're guys or not, but two more group members haven't replied. And I know that Jola, I can't pronounce, I don't know the correct pronunciation. I know that she's been replying. So as for now, all we know is that we could definitely have 4 people to divide this up against, unless the other 2 members show up. So we can kind of leave work for the other 2 guys or whatever else when they show up. So yeah,
Great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, am I missing anything here? Should we just kind of, I mean, so we're doing McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're presenting this idea to a client or a supervisor, and we're going to go through validating strategy, written business report. So are we, so if someone can clarify this for me, are we acting on behalf of McDonald's and like giving this to a client or a supervisor, or is this like an outside analysis? Or Can someone give me that detail if they know it?
But honestly, I haven't been able to dig in very much. I've got back kind of been going by the skin of my teeth. I haven't had time to really dig in yet, but definitely will. I'm not going to be a good person to answer.
All right, no problem. It's a little bit hard to hear you, but I think I got the gist. You just kind of jumped into it like I did. So it says for the project, for the Word document that I downloaded from the homepage, this project will provide an opportunity to demonstrate your mastery of the concept we have learned in B-341 up to this point. As a marketer, you will always build a business case for the concept or for a concept before you present the idea to your client or supervisor. Through this exercise, you'll execute most of the steps that a marketer would when validating a strategy. This project will be submitted in the form of a formal written business proposal. It will include the following sections. So are we selecting a more particular business or selecting a target market for McDonald's, or trying to figure out their target market, and then we're trying to reposition McDonald's to focus on that those consumers or whoever it is?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the email. I know we had an email with a bunch of this. There we go. Class project outlines. I'm opening that now. Can you hear me better now, by the way?
Oh yeah, I can hear you a ton better. That's
Okay, yeah,
it was
quite better.
Using my laptop microphone instead of my webcam microphone. So, okay.
When was that email sent?
The 22nd.
Oh, okay, so that's way back there. Jeez.
Yep. So yeah, they're here. Yeah, and so we have like there's two pages on our project one, and we get the rubric in there. So like it says mastery concept. Oh, so this might be what you've been reading. Summary, project, service, consumer behavior insights, competitive environment, market segment, targeting and positioning, and consumer validation. Is that what you've been? There's different.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking where it says exactly who we are in this, like where we are, and I'm guessing that are we like part of McDonald's and we're selecting the target market that McDonald's has, and we're like in a brand positioning for your focused business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out where we stand, and maybe I'm making into a bigger thing than I should.
I mean, it talks to us about being a marketer.
Okay.
So I think
we're part of McDonald's then, right?
I would think, unless we're, I guess, I'm not sure if that.
I think we're helping them at the end of the day. So I mean, we don't have to necessarily say we're part of McDonald's, but so we're trying to select the target market as a marketer. I'm assuming for or to help McDonald's out. And we're trying to brand positioning for your focused business. So how to better, I don't know, better focus our brand, or figuring out what the positioning is on our brand, or how to better position it. And then I guess it's just learning everything in regards to. Hey, Sarah, I'm doing a meeting. Can you go upstairs, please? I can't have you yelling. I'm sorry. Can you close the door? Sorry about that, guys.
So like you're fine. On the number 5 section, there's in-depth interviews. As a team, you'll develop a discussion guide. Each person on your team will conduct 5 in-depth interviews with persons who represent each of the market segments you've identified. I mean, so it looks pretty in-depth. I mean, if we're having to do 5 interviews per person.
Whoa.
Each person on your team. I thought it was 5 interviews altogether. It's like each person.
Yeah, it says each person.
Oh, geez. Okay, well. You better saddle up. Geez.
Yeah.
All right, take this opportunity.
Well, and the tough thing is all these hyperlinks on here, they're like, you're not authorized because the project isn't even open. So I'm really glad that we were able to get that they sent out this information early, because this seems like a lot to do. But a lot of it's locked until 2 weeks before or whatever.
I guess what we're I mean, I guess in order to get over to the interviews, though, we needed to figure out our segments anyways, the market segments we identified. So that's probably we probably have to do the first at least 4 things. I mean, obviously we need to get to number 4 so we know what the
No, absolutely.
is,
I think that's kind of the
point.
cap at the end. It's not.
Yeah. I'm wondering, you know, and it's probably going to go through more who we have to interview and what are the particularities have to be, or whatever else. Okay, so
there's a hyperlink to a form we use, but we can't see that form because it's behind.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I guess what we can do. All right, so we probably can't do number 1 because that's just summarizing the whole thing.
Right, so that should be done at the end. That's pretty easy.
Right. Product, service, and consumer behavior inside this. So this is from lesson 2, so we should be able to do this.
I mean, essentially, we're trying to see how we can separate McDonald's from its competitors, but I guess I'd like to get clarity from the professor. Like, are we trying to pick out a specific product that McDonald's sells? Are we trying to, create a new product that we're marketing for McDonald's? Are we trying to market McDonald's as a whole? Like, I don't see anything about those kind of specifics. Do you?
No, I mean, if I were to just and I don't want to guess, of course, but if I were to kind of go with it, I guess, maybe we're specifying the target, like a target market for McDonald's, or the one that they're kind of going after at this point. And then it's how to better position ourselves against our competitors. Not necessarily just the Big Mac, of course. I mean, but I think the whole thing, all together.
And number 5, though, it says, in the interviews, it says talk to each of the market segments you've identified, somebody that represents each of the market segments you identified. So, I mean, I don't think we're supposed to go down, narrow it down to one market segment, but yeah, I'd like clarification. There's definitely a bunch of clarification we can hopefully get.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to go over this again, because I'd really, I think this by itself is I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And like I said, I haven't been able to really dig deep besides just getting the homework done. Has there been any? I mean, there hasn't been any other talks in here.
You know what? I've been kind of looking, and I know this project has been coming up and that our meeting's been coming up, but I haven't seen anything. I would assume in the lesson week per week, that, he would have been kind of building up to it. But this is the first that I'm I think this is the first thing that you get and that you see anyways. So I don't know that there's really much more of an introduction. Maybe we can, I'm just going to go in really fast and just triple check, because I know I've already looked.
I mean, I'm happy to, okay, if in the next, next week we're going to have a lot going, we're going to go over a bunch of this. I'm fine with waiting. I just want to make sure if this is all we're going to get, if that's all we're going to get, then we, one of us, I'm happy to do that, to reach out and ask a few questions.
Yeah. So this week, I know that we're focusing on, we're making our assignments, and they're focused around McDonald's. For example, the consumer behavior on your focus to McDonald's answers due by Wednesday night. I don't think that has to do with, maybe we can insert it into the project, but I don't think it is necessarily part of the project.
Right.
Okay. And then before that, I mean, it goes into an outline and then overview of the project, and then he just kind of gives all those links. So, and a grading rubric as well.
Right. I mean, last semester I took a class where we built, a complete business plan from scratch. So I'm familiar with, a lot of this stuff, but.
Was that for another country? Was that class?
No, it was can't remember if it was B-475. I think it was B-475.
Oh, okay. I had an international business class where every week we had to come up with like a 15-page, or if not 50, yeah, 15 like or 20 slides. It was disgusting. But so like I mean, this shouldn't be that difficult. It's just if you don't know what we're doing, then it makes it a heck of a lot harder.
Yeah, no, it was it's B-475. You have to. It's a required class for business management, but it's. Anyways, that was kind of the whole point of the class, was a group project, and it was the whole semester was building a business plan from scratch. So, I mean, this definitely doesn't seem as in depth as that, but yeah, I think you're right on where you're saying. You know, we just need clarity. We need to understand a little bit more about what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, number 2 is actually not that hard if you look at it. So evoke a set of brands or companies most people consider when deciding between your focus business and other similar brands that they may compete against. So we just kind of pick a handful. Let's just say that we pick 5 hands down. So like, you know, Burger King, Arby's, Wendy's, you know, we'll go through this, and, you know, maybe we can pick out 5 right now, you know, so this way we can get working with the rest of them, and maybe I'll take 2 points, you can take 2 points, and then Sebastian, you can take the last 2 or something.
Yeah, great.
What else is outlined in lesson 1? Okay. And then it looks like we just need to look into the competitive environment a little bit more, because a lot of it's the lesson 1 stuff. Learning consumer segments.
Separate one should be done until lesson 6, no?
Yeah, I think the lesson 6 stuff, I think I was looking at it, I think it's due the 28th. So we have a little bit less than a month before this thing's due. So we can get this all done. If we get, I think once we get the ball rolling, we'll get sections done pretty fast here.
All right.
I think the interviews is probably going to take the longest.
All right.
Probably, but we can't even open that up yet, so it's not even something we should be focusing on. Maybe let's get through 2. Like, let's pick the people that we want to compare against, and then maybe this week we can kind of I like one of us can do the first 2. And then the second one can do the next 2, and someone else can do the last one, and we'll get that done this week. We'll have number 2 done, and then we'll move on. We'll maybe all of us, or the people that are here and the people that look at this, can look at the competitive environment and start thinking about it, and start like trying to figure out exactly how it works. And then we can all kind of, you know, maybe one person can do it, maybe we can all contribute to it and kind of give our ideas. But maybe let's do 2 and not get too overwhelmed and stuff like that. And maybe the rest of us can get more informed about the project. So if we have any questions, this way we can kind of ask them of the professor. So.
Yeah, I'd be happy to share a document that we can all work on. I don't know about your feelings. I prefer using Office Online versus Google Documents, but you know, I'm willing to do whatever.
I haven't used Office Online, but I'm definitely down to do it. If you could just explain how it works there. Oh wait, I think I know how to do it. It's that top right button where you press share this document, and then it's always shared, right?
You can just do it right through Word, or you can go. It just essentially goes to an online link. As long as you're using your Office through the school, it's really, really simple. So if you're using the Office 365 through school, or if you already have an Office 365 account for another reason, like I said, you can either edit it works just like Google Docs, but it said you're using full-blown Word instead of Google, you know, Documents or whatever.
Okay. Then here, I'm going to make at least, because we have to definitely, in order to move on, we definitely need to at least pick 5 other similar brands. It looks like.
All right.
So what do you guys want those similar brands to be? I'm going to make a note in the document, and then I'll send it over to you there, Brad. And
all right.
Then you can just share it with everyone, and we can kind of go on from there.
My one comment on brand, do we want to kind of stick with the typical ones, your Burger King, your Wendy's, or do we want to
Burger King.
think more towards? I think if we look at similar ones, one, I think maybe everyone will do that, but two, would it be a little more interesting to think more like Five Guys and
All right.
that kind of side where we're looking at like these new modern burger places that maybe we could say, hey, McDonald's, you should kind of go in this direction a little bit versus.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, to me, that would be something new, I guess, versus what they've always done.
Yeah, I like that. Look at some maybe really just different kind of burger brands, and then that's good. So I like that. Five Guys.
Yeah, so there's like Five Guys. I live in Idaho, so we don't have a ton of these guys, but
you can do In-N-Out maybe.
In-N-Out, Smash Burger. I don't know.
I don't know Smash Burger. Is that pretty popular?
I've heard about it. I've never eaten there.
I know Steak and Shake's a big one out where I am, but I haven't really gone at all. Or Rallies, that's a big one.
Right. Are you in California?
No, I live over in Indiana right now.
I used to go to Rallies when I was a kid in California.
Yeah, I've had it once. I can't speak tons to it right now, but
they had good fries.
Yeah, yeah, that they do. That I can say. Let me see here. So Five Guys, In-N-Out,
Smash Burger,
and there's plenty of those around. So if we go interviewing, then it should be fine, right?
Yeah, and then what's the one by you? Rallies?
Yeah, we could do Rallies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rallies.
Sebastian, is there any that you know that are around you that are kind of those unique burger joints?
Yeah.
What's one around you?
Burger King, Brandy's. I don't know Wendy's, but I just try to figure it out because I'm not sure.
Where are you located at, Sebastian?
Bogota, Colombia.
Okay, right on.
Mm-hmm.
So these other ones, these like that we're talking about Five Guys and stuff, they're a little bit more.
Maybe we should do it one generic one though. You know what I mean? So this way, we have one that's kind of easy. Because In-N-Out's usually over on the on the west side. Smash Burger, I've never even heard of. Rallies, it looks like at least both of us have heard of. Everyone knows Five Guys, but maybe we should pick a generic one. So this way, we have one that everyone's familiar with.
You like? So which one's your favorite, Sebastian? Wendy's, Burger King? Which one?
Between Raleigh and Wendy's.
Let's do Wendy's then. I'll add Wendy's. So
yeah,
no wrong answer there. That works for me.
Wow,
good Frosties.
Yeah. So Five Guys, In-N-Out, Smash Burger, Rallies, and Wendy's. So let's see.
No, I think that's good because I think Wendy's has kind of embraced a little bit of that.
It's kind of gotten to the more, and it has that healthy kind of, feel like where like they made the fries like out of like they've went this whole way to make them like really actually out of potatoes. Where I don't think McDonald's has changed at all. I mean, they've added salads and stuff to their list, but it's still the same. Like everyone knows it's terrible for them. So
yeah, it's the same.
I think we have plenty to differentiate though. Let's see here. So how do we want to divide up the bullet points here so we can get it done?
Let's see here. But what is we have to? There are 6 bullet points.
So we did the first one. We just
The main attributes or criteria of consumers use when designing. When we just divide them up, these look like they're pretty individual. I'd be happy to do the last one. I know I've done SWOT analysis before, so I can do that one for sure.
That sounds awesome. I can do the first 2.
I can either do the bottom 2 or just the bottom one, whatever you guys want. I'm happy to do both 2 or 1 or whatever.
The importance of social influences on the decision to buy or not buy focus product. Social forces that might have an impact. I mean, I don't know. I can do
the social one.
Yeah, I can do the first 2. I can do the second, and I could do the.
I guess the other option too, with any of us that are doing 2 of them, is see if any of our teammates will answer, and we can always dump one of the 2 to them. Because I mean, I don't want to get in a situation where either we take on too much and we have the other people not doing things, or if we do have classmates that are unwilling to work, I want to be able to say, hey, we gave them every chance. They don't deserve a good grade. Like, we're not, that kind of, like that 475 class, we had two gals that kind of shrugged their feet and never got anything done. And they kind of got not really kicked off the team, but I'm not even sure if they passed the class. But if I'm going to do that to somebody, it's like I want to make sure that we've given them every opportunity. Because heck, I mean, I'll probably miss something here and there, and I have zero problem with that. But there's a difference between us having lives and not being able to do every single thing versus not doing anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so how about this? How about we all? So you can take that last one because you're familiar with SWOT analysis. If you're okay with that, Brad.
Yeah, that works for me.
I can take maybe the first one here. And then Sebastian, do you want to take the second, third, or fourth one?
Which is.
Do you have this? You might not have this.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can type it out and put it on the.
All right.
Here, I'm gonna. So if you go to the main video that we're on, I'm gonna put this in chat here.
All right.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so where the bullet points are, those are the points. So we did the first bullet point that you can see there. So let me see. Brad is doing the last one where it says SWOT analysis. You can do the second one. I don't mind doing the second one either. The main attributes or criteria that consumers use when deciding between your focused business and its competitors. So I'm comparing why people would want to go to Wendy's, Five Guys, In-N-Out, Smash Burger. Why would they go to those places over McDonald's, or why they would go to McDonald's over those places.
All right.
And then do you want to do the third one?
Yeah, the third one will be fine.
The psychological motives? Okay.
Motives, yeah, or needs.
Okay. And then using Maslow's hierarchy of needs and other possible needs. All right, great. So let's do that. I'm gonna kind of look at the other ones, and I'm not gonna work on it too much, but I'll kind of at least look at it. So this way, if people don't get back to us, at least we can get this done at the end of the week if no one volunteers. But for now, I guess if the only other person that's responded, so if she gets back to us here and that she wasn't able to make it or whatever,
all right,
we can give her one of these two over here, and then I'll grab the extra one or whatever if no one else jumps in.
And what I can do is I can share this document as well, and we can put who's assigned to what, so that way we know.
All right, great.
Just as we go on, so that way we don't get confused. So that's fine.
Through Google Drive, no?
Say that again.
You can share the document through Google Drive or.
I'm gonna share it. So, do you have Microsoft Office? Do you have Word and Excel and all those?
All right.
Yeah, I'll share it through there. Essentially, I send you a link, and then you ask for permission to edit, and then I'll allow you. It's really simple.
All right.
If you run into any issue, we can always use Google Documents. I just prefer Word because it's a lot more powerful.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, here I'm gonna highlight the names that are right next to them, and then I'll send this over to you here, Brad. And then you can. I don't know exactly. I'm sure I probably could figure out how to share it, but I'll leave that to you if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
And I'll hide. Oh, geez, that highlight's terrible. I can't even see my name anymore. Okay, we'll do. Oh, geez, I don't even know what I did. Yeah, I'll highlight them all. I'll send them over to you, and then I'll mark down that these two are still up for grabs.
Yeah. And I'm all about when we get this rolling, about making do as quick as possible and go. And I know it's tough. That one gal said she's like, this is like 2 a.m. for her. I've never had. They didn't seem to make these. They make these by time zone. It doesn't seem like that was the case. So.
Yeah, no, yeah. She might have signed up really late though. You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing.
that's going to be tough. So we need to just, I guess, be cognizant of that. And so, even if she can't participate, as long as she, can chat on email and go do the shared docs, I don't really care if she's, I don't need her to get up at 2 a.m.
No, yeah, as long as if she gets her work done, I don't care if she's in meetings or not. I mean, so I think that's basically everything. I'll send this over to you here, Brad. I wonder if I can I probably can send it over in this chat too. Project one outline.
If you just email it, that'd probably be ideal. Just that way I don't have to find it.
Okay, and I'll save it over here. How about we tentatively say, I mean, if we don't have to meet and we can kind of email and figure out what to do as far as going to the next section, maybe we don't have to meet, but let's just tentatively say maybe next week on Tuesday at some point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know for me, as long as if we can keep, I mean, this isn't the perfect time for me either, but as long as we can keep it at fairly, same time, same back channel, that usually helps me.
Is earlier or later better for you?
Later is always better for me. I mean, I'm getting off of work at 5 Mountain, and then I have 4 boys, and so I usually like to do it after. Yeah, we have 4 boys. So I usually like to do it after bedtime. But I mean, they're old enough; it's not that big a deal. I just hate leaving my wife out in the cold, doing it all herself. But actually, that it's not that bad for me.
Yeah.
But like, if it was 6 o'clock, so if it was more like 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock, that'd be tough. It'd be better to do later than that, but this is fine.
Maybe we'll try around 7 or something like next. Although it's getting really, if that one girl that wants to show up and it's 2 in the morning already for her, maybe we'll have to keep it, this early. We'll just see what she wants to do. But I wouldn't mind moving it to 7 if she ultimately can't make it or whatever else. It's 2 hours ahead for me, so it's almost 9 o'clock over here for me. So it's not even that bad.
Yeah, so I'm fine with this time, but I'm like, for me, ideally it'd be like, instead of 6, it'd be like 9 or 9:30, but that gets it super late for anybody to towards the east. So I'm okay with 6. 6 is fine. I just couldn't do 4. I mean, I was, I'm actually working then, so 6 is fine. I don't need it later. An hour, I guess an hour later wouldn't help me really. So if 6 is good for you, as good as 7, and it's getting really late for you, 6 is fine.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, I'm gonna send you over this this outline, or everyone will be able to see it here. And then I'm trying to figure out how to link the video because I think the video might be too long. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put up a link so you can find it on YouTube, or I'll figure out something. Yeah,
usually when you record these, when you're done, it just uploads.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you just send the link out.
Yeah, it's been 2 semesters since I've done this, so I've kind of forgotten. So.
Usually just get a YouTube link and that should be fine.
Okay, I'll send over the YouTube link, but I'll send over the project outline. It has our names next to it, unassigned, and then the competitors. So let's just do that.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I have no more questions if you guys don't.
Nope.
No.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and we'll get cranking on the stuff.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a good night too. See ya.
Talk to you later.
You too. Bye.
Bye.